Welcome to the game. Bot Rix has correctly joined the channel.
Alexa, where's the Washington Commanders and Pittsburgh Steelers game going to be played today?
I don't know that one.
Alexa, when is the Pittsburgh Steelers game?
The Pittsburgh Steelers will play the Washington Commanders on the road this afternoon at 1 p.m.
Alexa, spell Commanders.
Commanders is spelled C-O-M-M-A-N-D-E-R-S.
Hi Charlie Cecil.
Hey Brian, welcome to my late stream.
It's Madden NFL 24, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Commanders. All that and more. Coming up.
Hello, peoples.
Hey, File.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate.
Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The Washington Commanders head coach is Dan Quinn.
The Daniel channel, he made me a moderator on his YouTube channel.
That's cool, buddy.
On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency. And maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Let's go now.
To throw right away is Howell. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Well, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get down.
Well, the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Loss of
Nice Charlo.
Hey, Chaos. Good morning.
Nice Charlie. Red Heart. The stream is starting.
Prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Olszewski now to return. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 45 yards. And the Steelers.
Alexa, what football team does Deontay Johnson currently play for?
Deontay Johnson is a wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh my God, really? We got
and is there on the board first here this afternoon.
Great.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Boswell to kick it off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Alexa, in what year did Deontay Johnson get drafted? Or no, Alexa, in what year did Deontay Johnson get traded to Baltimore Ravens?
The Baltimore Ravens acquired Deontay Johnson from the Pittsburgh Steelers on October 29, 2024, in exchange for a 2025 fifth-round pick.
Oh, okay.
Second down, Howell back to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Back to throw, Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Pickett. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And now he spiked it on 3rd down. I don't know if he heard a whistle. There was no whistle. He just got up and spiked it. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage.
Charlie, can you live stream your WWE wrestling game for me at some point later on in the day during the afternoon or tomorrow? And
I guess I could stream WWE.
He'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
It almost pushed them to the break, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
That's caught at the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner?
I just wanted to play this game real quick, Brian,
like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Boswell for the extra point.
I only wanted to play this because I played Washington tomorrow.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score it here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return is Olszewski. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And
that's caught at the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Allen Robinson, 71 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense back out there. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And Howe will throw it. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And
it's only a matter of somewhat time that the WWE makes a WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship title belt strap now that SmackDown made C.
Yeah, I 100% agree on that. Right now.
Got this complete
I
to John Dotson.
didn't catch the very end of that comment.
Past the 45 before being tackled.
And a Washington first down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover for a squad.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have...
If anything, WWE Raw will come up with and make the Intercontinental title for the women on WWE Raw. No.
Pickett.
That last one, did you say
Here's
now?
one deep for Pickens. And
Yeah,
that will be
probably.
incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. There they are going for it. Here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pickett right back to the air again. Here's one deep for Pickens. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Pickett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Powell's throw complete to Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
Powell throwing on first down here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Turner. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
At the Steelers' 42-yard line.
Powell down to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, Park.
It got his man complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown. Allen Robinson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Boswell good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Commanders nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 7. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple rushers break.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Parker.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Wassip.
It seems.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And
The stream is starting.
in great field position. 1st down, Howell to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, what a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Out of the air on 1st and 10. Looking for the...
You're playing the real game tomorrow.
Yeah, and right now I'm winning.
First down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this.
Washington is the favorite by 10 points.
Say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. T.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his...
Steelers might win, but it won't be 35-0 low.
No.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Sly able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. Fighting his...
Hello, Charlie.
Getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he is going to have the Steelers first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
That's going to be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Boswell for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat in the drive when we get at the 25-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go play action. Howell. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
That's a first down and goal at the 1-yard line.
Still trying to learn the plays, guys.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Harris. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Harris. And he's going to take it in.
Just woken up, saw you streaming, my guy, so I decided to say hello.
Oh, hello, Cosmo.
Victory hand, light skin tone, smiling face with smiling eyes, 100 points.
Thank you, Cosmo.
The stream is starting.
Power football, hat on a hat, chest
Yeah,
to chest,
I'm
driving
playing,
forward, touchdown.
Washington tomorrow. That's why.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That one complete out to Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Offside, defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. On 1st down, Howell. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 27 yards. And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. There's Deontay Johnson as this Steeler offense gets set for this next series. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
La la la. La 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 la.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers just continue to roll. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And a route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Breaks through the contact. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. 2 yards to go, second down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taken in at the 11. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
He's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Pickett throwing again on second down. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Looking to throw, Pickett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
That went down the field for Freiermuth. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Washington on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Got an open man. It's Pickens. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep, but now here's Pickett off play action. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Darnell Washington, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers extend their lead yet again.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
62. Commanders 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Powell. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well.
What up, guys? Die Hard Steelers fan, hope we do this.
Thank you.
That is caught, and he's brought down.
Is your name
Catch
Al?
number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to
I'm a
see.
Steelers
This
fan
first
as
half,
well.
it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit, and they get one here in the passing game.
And he gets this
Yeah,
inside
Steelers
the
play the
35-yard
Washington
line.
Commanders tomorrow.
10 more there and another
Today.
first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Dolly, just like Muhammad Ali, appreciate the video.
You're welcome.
Off play action. It's
If
out.
you're online.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Olszewski now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. There is Deontay Johnson as this Steeler offense gets set for this next series. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. It's complete to Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Pickett back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Allen Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point now by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back.
Sup, brother?
To try and get something out of this drive.
Hey, badass,
Just
how are
over
you?
30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it
Good
first
morning.
and 10. Now Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And Washington now going to use the first.
Playing today's game.
As they'll stop the
You're
clock with
doing good,
26 seconds to go
I'm,
until halftime.
I'm just playing today's game between the Steelers and the
First down, Howell to
Commanders,
throw.
because that's who I play tomorrow.
And the Steeler pressure too
I'm
much
a
here.
Steelers
He's going to
fan.
go down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A second down pass play there, but it's in.
You kicking butt.
I am.
Moving to 3rd and long, then here, just nothing available.
I'm
And he's
playing
gotta
on
throw it
rookie.
away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to.
The stream is
You
starting.
should check out my other Madden video badass. I was playing with Lions earlier, and I was playing Madden earlier against the Lions.
He's been terrific so far.
And I was beating the Lions all the way up to the very end, and then they came back and they beat me.
This is fielded
We were
inside
in
the
Detroit
5.
too.
Have great brother. New Fortnite montage video drops Monday.
Oh, that's cool.
Play before halftime. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first.
Have great stream, brother.
Thank you.
Visiting group from Washington
I'm
who are out on
gonna
top.
go to bed after
As we'll
this.
send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our E8. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Olszewski now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Here's one deep for Pickens. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the...
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Kenny Pickett connecting with Deontay Johnson. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Howell and the Commanders come up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Throwing here, Howell. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
He'll return it from the 6. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. There's Deontay Johnson as this Steeler offense gets set for this next series. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Pickett. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 31 yards. And the Steelers are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Olszewski now to return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out. And we're getting a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Steelers. Allen Robinson, 55 yards. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? They run for it with Harris. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. Whoa! It still won't go down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. There's a nice move. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Steelers ready for their next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson, 52 yards. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
4, 7.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Howell from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Emmanuel Forbes on the coverage.
Here's Pickett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. There they are going for it. Here's Pickett. That is caught. And he'll go down, but
you
inside the 30.
Yeah.
Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Now 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Hal's throw taken in by Samuel. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
This must be the longest third quarter ever.
On the return is Olszewski. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. There is Deontay Johnson as this Steeler offense gets set for this next series. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Pickett will look to throw it here. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
First down, Steelers.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to...
Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Gertie.
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that drive.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the second.
Played Resident Evil Village for the first time.
Oh, okay.
4th down,
Good
and
job.
my goodness,
Do you like it?
Boy, a real head scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The stream is starting.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Throwing here, Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football.
He's got a man complete. And end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Allen Robinson.
Hi.
23 yards. And the Steelers
Hey,
take
Ken,
the
how are you?
forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Washington offense going back to work. And right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Howell out of the shotgun. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson from 21 yards away. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger
17.
here in the third quarter.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're
sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass.
Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second down, Howell back to pass. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for a Commanders first down. First and 10
Howell.
at the 37-yard line.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Howell down to throw it. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that,
open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
and it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now throwing on first down here.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now Howell. Flushed out right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Thomas brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Olszewski now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, 70 yards. And the Steelers just continue to roll. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the 4th quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and 2, here's Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Washington. First down.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And Thomas has it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Howell's throw taken in by Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Howell from the gun. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
That's another Washington first down.
Back to throw, Howell. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. straight ahead, Gibson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to claw one back. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Olszewski now from his end zone. Powering his way forward. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have...
He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Darnell Washington, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And Howell will throw it. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
That's another Washington first down. First and 10 at the 25.
Another throw for Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 26-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Sly able to put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen 2 teams combine for 100 points in a game 5 times in league history. One of the greatest games ever played, well, by one of the teams anyway.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Now Pickett. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will be brought down with a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Pickett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Here's Pickett. Washington's got it. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe
Madden 25.
keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
No, this is actually Madden 24.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points.
Is this online versus players online?
No, this is
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Being chased out left. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up.
141 to 34.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughton. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.